Hello and welcome to Freaky Fettuccine. On tonight's episode, the Beatles were full of many spooky stories and conspiracy theories back in their heyday, including the fact that Paul McCartney died long ago and was replaced by someone. This is false because, as of the day I'm recording this, Paul McCartney is in fact still alive. But what if someone tried to recreate the spooky Beatles in the modern day for an audience that doesn't really have the same connection to the Beatles and may not even know who they are? This is the Beatles. I Saw Paul. Now entirely read in a really bad Liverpudlian accent to honor the Beatles. October 18th, 2013, Wednesday morning. On one sunny day, I was minding my own business, having my cup of coffee, as always, and going outside to get some air. As I was stepping outside, I've noticed a blank DVD on my porch steps. The case had nothing on it but mild bloodstains. I quickly brought it inside to watch it. As I was starting it up, my computer keyboard went haywire and kept clicking on the tab button. Nevertheless, I thought it glitched out, due to the fact that my computer is a Windows Vista. The DVD loaded up, and the opening was quite disturbing. It was a figure of John Lennon from a distance, stabbing someone on the floor in a dark hallway, with only tiny little beams of light shining. My mind was racing with a whole bunch of questions. Did the Beatles really do this? Is that John Lennon? As John was stabbing that person, his song Imagine was playing in the background. I was quite shocked of this. But the song didn't play normally. Instead, it had a much slower tempo to it. And John Lennon was saying, "Imagine there's no Paul. It's easy if you try." I only guessed one thing. It's Paul McCartney he was stabbing. But why? Why would he kill his own bandmate? I continued to watch it. After John finished stabbing that person, the camera got closer to the body. When the camera made its way to the body, it showed Paul McCartney with his eyes removed, nose sliced off, and blood coming out through his mouth. The sight of that made me lose my appetite. Then after that, the scene continues with John Lennon in a dark room repeating, "Turn me on, dead man," and "I will bury Paul." As John was saying that, he was sharpening his knife, until a gentle knock came on the door. It looked like it was George Harrison. This person said, "John, where's Paul?" John Lennon simply replied with, "Imagine there's no Paul. It's easy if you try." George knew that John went off the deep end, but he said in a louder tone, "Why, John? Why?" The screen went black. I wasn't sure if it was my computer or the DVD. Anyways, the screen was flashing like if someone was flickering the bathroom lights on you. I paused as quick as I can to see who was under all those lights. After all those unsuccessful attempts, I finally got it. Under all those lights, George was on the floor, dead. The scene then continued to an abandoned city. It showed Ringo's star on a small rock with a noose tied up, and it showed Ringo's hand grabbing it. The screen went black, and twisted voice screaming was heard. I felt like vomiting. I've not heard something that demonic since watching The Exorcist. The screen stayed black for about 20 seconds, and during those 20 seconds was the sound of female fans crying. And by that time, I couldn't take it anymore, so I took the DVD out and brought it to dump. October 9th, 2013, Wednesday morning. I got up this morning, went on my newly updated computer, Windows 8, and saw the news. Paul McCartney was killed. It said that he was stabbed to death. Isn't it ironic?